William's Winter Nap. Words by Linda Ashman. Pictures by Chuck Groening. In a house on a hill that's tall and steep, there's a boy named William who's ready to sleep. He drinks his cocoa, climbs in bed. He fluffs the pillow beneath his head, then burrows down for a nice long nap, but wakes to the sound of a tap, tap, tap. "Excuse me, but I've lost my way. I'm cold and tired. May I please stay?" Will says, "Yes, I'll scooch a bit. There's room for two. I'm sure we'll fit." The two climb in and curl up tight. They yawn and say, "Good night, good night." It's quiet, just the clock's tick-tock. But wait, what's that? A knock, knock, knock. Oh, what a lovely, cozy place. Could you spare a smidge of space? Will says, "Yes, we'll scooch a bit. There's room for three. I'm sure we'll fit." The three climb in and curl up tight. They yawn and say, "Good night, good night." It's peaceful in the sleepy room until that is the boom, boom, boom. My toes are numb. My tail is too. Okay if I come in with you? Will says, "Yes, we'll scooch a bit. There's room for four. I'm sure we'll fit." The four climb in and curl up tight. They yawn and say, "Good night, good night." Ping, ping, ping. Could that be rain? No, pebbles on the window pane. May I come in? I need some rest. I promise I'm the perfect guest. Will says, "Yes, we'll scooch a bit. There's room for five. I'm sure we'll fit." The five climb in and curl up tight. They yawn and say, "Good night, good night." The sound of snoring, soft and low. Then crunch, some footsteps in the snow. A note is slipped beneath the door. "Do you have room for just one more?" "I'd rather not. Too squished, no space. There's got to be some other place. We don't have room, too hard to fit. No way, we can't consider it." Will says, "If it's someone small, it might not be so hard at all." He tugs the door to see who's there. Uh-oh. Oh my, what now? Bear! "I saw your lights on through the trees. I'm lonely. May I join you, please?" Bear shivers in the falling snow. "I see. No room. That's fine. I'll go." It's awfully cold. The snow, the ice. He'd keep us warm. He seemed quite nice. They all say, "Wait, we'll scooch a bit. There's room for six. Somehow we'll fit." The six climb in and curl up tight. They yawn and say, "Good night, good night." "Sweet dreams, my friends," says Will. "Sleep tight. I'll see you in the warm spring light." The end. Snowman at Night by Carolyn Buhner. Pictures by Mark Buhner. One wintry day I made a snowman, very round and tall. The next day when I saw him, he was not the same at all. His hat had slipped, his arms drooped down. He really looked a fright. It made me start to wonder, what do snowmen do at night? I think that snowmen start to slide when it gets really dark, off the lawn and down the street, right into the park. They gather in a circle while they wait for all the others, sipping cups of ice-cold cocoa made by snowman mothers. Then the snowman games begin. They line up in their places, each one anxious for his turn in the snowman races. After everyone has had a chance at racing once or twice, they go on over to the pond to do skating tricks on ice. Sometimes they start giggling, and then they act like clowns. They bump into each other till they all fall down. They gather up their snowballs. The pitcher takes his aim, and underneath the moonlit sky, they play a baseball game. No one knows just how it started, but soon it's quite a sight, with snowmen throwing snowballs in the world's best snowball fight. Then it's time for sledding. It's a wild ride down the hill. Wahoo! They yell. This is by far the snowman's biggest thrill. Finally, they're tuckered out and getting sleepy, so they slowly gather up their things, and one by one they go. So if your snowman's grin is crooked or he's lost a little height, you know he's just been doing what snowmen do at night. The end.